Everybody, welcome back. You guys might know me on my channel as Wigs with Steph. I'm Steph, and essentially I just sort of wanted to open up and be like really vulnerable and talk to you guys about my story as a wig wearer and, just the fact that wigs don't define you, but I found that it's definitely added to who I am as a person. And I feel really blessed that I stumbled upon wigs in the first place. So in case you're wondering, because I know it looks really natural, I just put this wig on my head. It's called Diva by Ellen Villa, and it's a synthetic heat-friendly fibered wig. And just to go back to the point of, it's not all about wigs, but let me tell you, wigs have a way of making you feel beautiful. At least it does for me. It makes me feel beautiful. It makes me feel like more put together. For example, coming onto this video today to chat with you guys, I put on this dress. I'm really pregnant right now. I'm really swollen. I feel swollen in my face. I feel like my arms are swollen. My hands are swollen. I've got the baby belly. Let me show you guys. And even though I put on this pretty dress and I was trying to feel like myself this morning without my wig on, I was feeling not really put together. And then I chose Diva. I plopped this wig on my head and suddenly I feel like, oh my goodness, today's gonna be a good day. And that is the beauty of wigs. So my journey started many years ago. I've been wearing wigs for so long, guys. And what initially got me into wigs in the first place was because I was diagnosed with Graves' disease, hyperthyroidism as a symptom, and one of the other symptoms I had for Graves' disease was hair loss. And although I didn't lose my hair completely, I definitely experienced hair falling out on my pillow, hair falling out in the shower, and I remember just feeling like I was like losing pieces of myself. Every time my hair would fall out, I would lose pieces of myself. And it was really a devastating feeling. And I feel like maybe a lot of us, if you're watching this video, like maybe you can resonate right along with that it really is, and I feel like a lot of people might not understand if they haven't gone through hair loss themselves or hair thinning. And of course, there's like varying degrees, right? Like some people have alopecia, some people don't have any hair at all, some people have thinning, and some people just wear wigs for fun. And so this is sort of all-encompassing, right? Wigs have the ability to shift perspective, shift how you're feeling, just like create such a balance within yourself. At least I hope it does for you. That's what it does for me. And I remember when I first got into wigs, I was really fearful because I was like, well, what are people gonna think? Like, what are people gonna think about me wearing wigs? Like, are they gonna think I'm really vain? Like my brain just went off, right? I feel like maybe a lot of us struggle with this at the very beginning until we start wearing wigs on a regular basis. And then it becomes like this addiction, this like obsession, like it becomes like a part of you where you feel like this wig is mine. And that's actually why I call wigs she, because if I call it an it, like I understand it's a product, right? If I call the wig an it just kind of takes away from the factor of it being a part of myself. And a lot of people wonder this, they're like, well, Steph, why do you call your wig she? Like, why do you put a gender to it? Well, it's not really my intention to put a gender to it. It's just the fact that when I call her a she, it feels more a part of me. Oh, look at me. I'm rhyming away today. But that's honestly how I feel. And so everybody's hair loss journey and story is different, and it impacts everybody on such an individual level. But I hope that by watching my video here, maybe you'll get some sort of inspiration out of it and just realize that whatever stage you're in, whatever stage you're at, if you've lost all your hair, if your hair is thinning and you're so new to wigs and you don't know where to start, like what do you do? Like you just want to feel like yourself again. Well, what I did at the very beginning was I just went and tried a whole bunch of different types of wigs, because when I was younger, for example, I had really long blonde beautiful hair. I thought it was really pretty. I loved my hair, guys. And so having really nice, luscious locks for so long, and the fact that it was blonde, when I first decided, okay, I'm gonna try my very first wig, I decided that I'm going to try a blonde wig. And I remember I put it on and the wig was like way too warm in color for me. It was more of like the yellowy blonde, and the yellowy blonde doesn't look the best on me because I'm more cool toned in the skin. Well, I didn't know that at first. And so then I decided, okay, I'm going to try on a brunette wig because I really thought it just was, blonde, brunette, red, black. I thought that was like all my choices, and then like, pink, blue, all the in-betweens. But I really thought that's as deep as it went until I started diving in even further, and I realized, guys, that there's so much more to it. It's like you can wear blondes, you can wear brunettes, you can wear reds. But I think like my advice to anybody is figure out what tone of skin you have and then stick with your tones. And then if you stick with those tones when you're choosing wigs, you're just always going to choose a wig that looks good on you. You just always will. At least the color, right? Style is different. But that is my advice. If you're wondering like, okay, I really want to start with wigs, or maybe you've already started with wigs and you're just like, well, what should be my next wig? Well, I'm telling you, experimentation is the best way. And then understanding your hair tone is really great. So for me, if you're anything like me or you have a similar skin tone, I am cool toned. So as you can see, this Diva wig, this is in the Candy Blonde Rooted, which is a dark strawberry blonde tipped with pearl platinum and pearl white with, of course, the dark shaded roots. And I love the dark shaded roots because, and I want to show you guys something here. If we look at my bio hair, I've left it tucked under the wig on purpose so you could see the difference. You see this line where the cap ends, right? And then this is my bio hair. Well, it's pretty similar to the rooting. This is why I love roots on wigs. So actually what I do when I get a wig like this, and it has a rooting system that's really similar to mine, what I do is I go and I take my finger, guys, and I just pull that hair out in front of the cap, just like this, and then I sweep it back. You don't have to do this. If you don't have bio hair, don't feel like you have to do this to make a wig look good. You absolutely do not. I like to do this because my hairline comes really far forward. And even though I have really thin hair, if I just pull out little pieces, so if you have little bits of bio hair, I recommend doing this if it matches the root color. Because if you just pull that out, guys, it just makes it look so much more natural than if I left my own bio hair tucked under the cap, right? And then again, on the other side, I can do it on both sides here, just taking that out. But this goes back to coloring and just, I think like the easiest wigs to wear, especially when you're getting going, is something that you're used to wearing. If your natural bio hair before your hair started falling out was blonde, then try for a blonde piece. If it was a brunette shade, try for a brunette. And again, if it's red or whatever it is, try for that because it's going to make you feel awesome. It's going to make you feel like yourself. And then after that, guys, just experiment. Like go off the charts, wear red wigs, blonde wigs, black wigs, blue wigs, whatever you want. But that is the beauty of wigs. And this is exactly what I love about my own journey. And there were hardships. There was a lot of crying at the beginning. There was days when I thought, oh my goodness, like this just really sucks. I don't feel like myself. I don't feel good. Wigs are going to be hard to wear. They're going to be hot. They're going to be all the things that you think wigs are, right? Until you get into them. Until you get the right one for your head. One that fits properly. One that looks good. One that's in a style that makes you feel really pretty. So like this one. This is my first day wearing this wig. Wearing Diva. And I can honestly say that I feel pretty. I feel like myself. It's a synthetic wig. What's really awesome about synthetics, fun fact here in case you didn't know this, but if you go to wash her, she'll dry exactly like this again. So I know that with the synthetic, I don't have to take hours upon hours like styling her every time I want to wear her. No, just plop her on your head, you're ready to go. It's one of the beauties of synthetic. Of course, there's also human hair wigs, and you have to do your research on like what's gonna be the best for you. Everybody's story is different. Everyone's story is unique. And I think anyone's story that has a little bit of hardship and a little bit of maybe crying, you're gonna find it. Like, you're gonna find that spark again. You're gonna find that love again. You're gonna find that passion again. And that's my hope for you guys, that your journey won't define you, but it will be a place for you to look back and go, wow, you know, I experienced some really difficult things, but hey, I am doing so good now. And oh my goodness, I've got this wonderful hair. And yes, I call it my hair because I view wigs as a part of me. I truly do. It's like anyone else who goes to the hair salon and gets extensions, or goes to the hair salon and let's say their hair is naturally a brunette and they like get highlights or something, right? That's not their natural hair color, or the extensions is not their natural hair. It's an additive. So that is how I think of wigs. I think of them as a part of me, as an extension of me. That's why I call them she. And I'm so glad I was able to share this with you guys today and just sort of open up about all of this, because I feel like people will talk about wigs, review wigs, or hair things in general, but there's not enough talk about, hey, how did we get here? Why am I wearing wigs to begin with? Like, how did this passion even come about? Because at the end of the day, we're all human. We all want to feel good. We really do. We want to feel good. We want to feel like ourselves. And when challenges are placed in front of us as human beings, sometimes it's really tough to get back on our feet and continue power through the hardships, right? But we're here and we're alive. We're human beings. We're walking on earth. And, you know, it's all good. It's all good. And thankfully, the invention of wigs is here so we can plop these things on our head. And having hair loss, it's suddenly a problem of the past. It's not an everyday issue anymore. We get to plop these on and feel good. And that's all I wanted to say today. I just really wanted to illuminate the positives and the fact that we're okay. You're okay, I'm okay, and these are amazing. I am so happy for wigs. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I'm Steph, and I'll see you next time.